part of the GUBA experience, taking a multitude of us over to Barbados for the GUBA Awards 2025.
I'm on the chartered flight from Accra to Good Town, Barbados for the GUBA Conference and Awards night.
I think it's going to be an unforgettable experience. This is the first time that the GUBA Awards are actually being held in the Caribbean, which speaks to the growth. Something that started in the UK has now spread its wings across Africa and now to, the sixth member of the diaspora, which is the Caribbean. We're going to meet celebrities. Some are actually on the flight with us. We are going to celebrate Black excellence, and I'm sure that people are going to make memories that will stay with them forever.
On behalf of the GUBA team, we're excited to have you with us on this chartered flight from Accra to Barbados for the GUBA Conference and Awards. This historic and extraordinary journey wouldn't be possible without our generous support of our title sponsor, Villa Group.
I'll be excited to meet His Majesty Otunfo when we get to the conference.
Ready for takeoff.
Good to be here. Okay. Well, it wasn't my plan to be in Barbados, but I didn't know GUBA would make it so soon for me like this. It feels new, and I'm here to enjoy this few days.
Your Royal Highness, Excellency, Ministers of State, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, tonight is a very special night as GUBA Awards has made its way to the Caribbean for the very first time. You are warmly welcome to Bridgetown, Barbados for GUBA Awards 2025. Tonight, we celebrate our shared Atlantic history and our shared Atlantic heritage as we forge cultural and economic ties.
When you hear about reclaiming our Atlantic destiny, what does that mean to you?
The idea of reclaiming our Atlantic destiny, it really strikes home for me because you think about not only thousands of miles from the continent to here, but hundreds of years with a pretty painful history. And now we're starting a new era of history, one of strength, one of resilience, one of power. So this is really an amazing time for us all to be alive and to be a part of this history.
Is absolutely gorgeous. I'm going to let you get inside now, but I hope you have an amazing time tonight.
Thank you. I'm really looking forward to it. It promises great programming this evening, and I'm just so excited to be here with our Barbadian brothers and sisters, and it's really exciting to be able to connect with our family that has been so distant from us, not by our design, but that will no longer be the case.
Nollywood actor Stan, how does it feel to be in Barbados for the GUBA Awards?
It feels really great. I mean, what GUBA is doing, uniting the world, is such a great feat. Barbados is amazing. The air here is so fresh. The entire experience, the razzmatazz, the lights, the cameras, the action, connecting with people from all over the world, nothing beats it.
This shouldn't be a 9-day wonder. This is something that we should keep doing, work at it, and then make sure that it's established.
This has just been a wonderful thing to happen in Barbados. I've lived in America and I am from Nigeria originally, and I moved to Barbados 8 years ago. So to see that plane come in with all our flags, it really brought tears to my eyes.
But most importantly, you were on that chartered flight coming directly to Barbados for the first time. What did that mean to you personally?
This so much reminds me of Ghana. Yes, there's a place in Ghana called Cape Coast where the setup and everything is rural, but it's just like Barbados.
Paying homage to to the people who've made immense contributions to building communities and societies across the Caribbean and, of course, across Africa and the diaspora. My name is Anita Erskine. I'm your host, and it's an honor to be here with you. Ladies and gentlemen, let's start off the program by going all the way back to 2010 when GUBA Awards began.
When I came up with the concept GUBA years ago, the idea was to create a platform to award the great work being achieved by Ghanaians and Friends of Ghana based in Britain.
I came to London because of the awards.
Drum roll, please. The winner is. The winner is.
And the winner.
And the winner is Rebecca Emisa.
Fuse. ODG.
GUBA Awards is about celebrating Ghana, in essence. It's about putting our people on a platform and letting the young people know that we have great role models.
Tonight, you have witnessed what can be achieved when the diaspora connects with Ghana.
It's really to award good and enterprising Ghanaians who've done well.
It's our honor to introduce you to the recipient, Private Joseph Ashite.
The hospitality in Ghana has been off the charts. And you asked me why?
Yes.
Because it is home.
Absolutely.
And we brought a 30-person delegation. We started off in Nigeria, spent several days there, and then we went to Cote d'Ivoire, spent several days there, and now we're in Ghana. And let me tell you, it feels good.
GUBA is all about growing, uniting and building Africa, literally. And those networks, those connections, it's so vital. So for me, it's about meeting some of these fantastic people who can come and help my constituents and showcase Africa.
I feel grateful that people can recognize me even far away because I come from, Eastern Africa.
I learned a lot about what it takes to be able to transition to Ghana.
We as individuals have work to do. How much are you supporting your brother or sister's work?
Like everything began in a small way, now it's developed into this very excellent and well-established institution. One of the things that it does for me when I look at the diversity of talent that has been on show tonight. How lucky I am that I'm the president of a country that produces such talent.
We have to know what we want, where we want to go, how we get there, be prepared, be purposeful, persistent, and good at everything we do all the time.
For me, what keeps us going is celebrating excellence, celebrating people that inspire us, people that you know and people that you don't know. And we bring them to one room, and celebrate them. So I'm just glad that we're here.
please bring to the podium my great father, our great uncle, the powerful leader of the Ashanti, the king of Ashanti. Ladies and gentlemen, please warmly welcome His Majesty Otumfuo Nana Osei Tutu II.
Lady Denta Martin MBE, founder and CEO of GUBA Enterprise. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is with great pleasure and a sense of homecoming that I join you tonight for the GUBA 25 Awards being held for the first time on the proud soil of Barbados. This is a truly historic moment, a physical manifestation of a reunion long overdue. As we gather for the 16th edition of GUBA Awards hosted here in the heart of the Caribbean for the first time, we are not merely attending a ceremony or an event, we are fulfilling a mission, reclaiming our Atlantic destiny, connect, build, and renew. We have thus gathered under a powerful and purposeful theme. To the awardees, let your achievements in global recognition inspire you to greater endeavors and greater heights. The Atlantic has for so long been viewed as a divide, a powerful reminder of separation. We see it as a bridge, a waterway that carried our ancestors through and brought us to this moment of powerful reconnection. We are here to reignite the bridge. As some have eloquently put it, it is transforming historical ties into tangible modern partnerships. The components of our theme are three clear imperatives: connect, build, and renew. The African diaspora includes all global communities that descended from Africa since the 15th century, through voluntary and involuntary migrations. Cumulatively, by our calculation, we are talking about 350 million people, which translates into the third largest country in the world after China and India. At this juncture, let me point out that the African Union had long realized the power and the potential of the African diaspora. That is why, in pursuit of a grand vision of African unity, the Continental Organization amended its Constitutive Act in 2006 to include the African diaspora in the sixth region of the continent, in addition to Central, Eastern, Northern, Southern, and Western regions of Africa. The power of the African diaspora resides in its multifaceted roles through global influences, driving economic growth through remittance and investments, fostering cultural exchange and playing a significant role in political movements and social development. It is an incontrovertible fact that the African diaspora sends billions of dollars in remittances to their home countries, often surpassing foreign aid and foreign direct investment. African diaspora are increasingly investing in African businesses, real estate and infrastructure, particularly in sectors like fintech and agriculture. Diaspora members are uniquely positioned to help develop solutions to African problems. They also provide mentorship and technical training to local entrepreneurs and professionals, helping to find a new generation of innovators. In this connection, it is important to stress that the operationalization of the African Continental Free Trade Agreement, whose Secretariat Ghana proudly hosts, is expected to create more intra-African trade and enormous opportunities for more business ventures between Africa and African diaspora and the rest of the world. The diaspora acts as a bridge between cultures, promoting African arts, music, food, fashion, and other creative industries worldwide. It is time for us to tell our own stories and teach our own history and stop relying on the Western eccentric narratives have over the years distorted our history and image. The African diaspora have been quite influential in civil rights, decolonization, and movements like the Black Lives Matter in countries like the US, the United Kingdom, and the Caribbean. Some governments are increasingly engaging diaspora by facilitating voting abroad and creating institutions to address diaspora concerns. In my own country, Ghana, the Office of the Diaspora Affairs is located in the Office of the President, a testament to the importance government attaches to matters pertaining to the diaspora. The diaspora also acts as a global advocate for social justice and political change, influencing policy and public discourse in both their countries of residence and the African continent, thereby helping to bridge the gaps between continents, sharing best practices and creating collaborative opportunities for growth. A current typical example is the African-Caribbean clarion call for reparations to be paid to the two regions by the former colonial powers to atone for their sins perpetrated against the people of African descent. Thus, through a combination of economical, social, and political influence, the diaspora can be a powerful force for positive and sustainable change across the African continent. The diaspora is certainly crucial in shifting the global narrative about African from one of dependence to one of opportunity, partnerships, and strength. The list of nominations and awardees tonight evidently shows that there's much excellence and expertise in Africa and its diaspora. While the African diaspora may have developed their unique cultures and identities in the present locations where they find themselves, they still share a common ancestry of African heritage. There's beauty in diversity, but there's also strength in unity. As Kwame Nkrumah, the first president of Ghana, rightly observed, the forces that unite us are intrinsic and greater than the superimposed influences that keep us apart. Let's stay together and redouble our efforts to connect, build and renew our relationships, and we shall reap the rich dividend of prospering and thriving together. Our destiny is ours to claim. Let us renew our unwavering dedication and our commitment to a future where a united Africa and its diaspora can stand together and speak with one voice on the global scale. I wish you a blissful night. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the awards will now begin. We have 3 sets of awards for you tonight. The first set is on innovation, academia, and cultural excellence. The first in this category is the GUBA Commonwealth Black Star Inclusive and Empowering Youth Leadership Award. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting this award is Miss Andrea Franklin and Wode Maya. Please warmly welcome them.
The GUBA Commonwealth Black Star Inclusive and Empowering Youth Leadership Award recognizes an African or diaspora young leader who has demonstrated exceptional leadership, inclusivity, and impact in empowering youth.
Tonight, it is a privilege to present the GUBA Commonwealth Black Star Inclusive and Empowering Youth Leadership Award to Maya Ketty Nanan.
From the twin islands of Trinidad and Tobago emerges a voice of compassion, courage, and conviction. Maya Ketty Nanan. At just 12 years old, inspired by her brother Rahul, who is autistic and nonverbal, Maya chose empathy over apathy and founded the Autism Siblings and Friends Network. What began as a sister's love became a national movement for inclusion, acceptance, and awareness. Through Rahul's clubhouse, she built a safe haven where autistic individuals can learn, grow, and belong, and where youth are trained to become advocates for change. Her impact has reached thousands, her voice amplified across the Commonwealth. From the Diana Awards to being named the Commonwealth Young Person of the Year. Guided by the words, "I am his voice, he is my heart," Maya continues to shape a world where every young person, regardless of ability, is valued and empowered to thrive. Tonight, we honor a beacon of inclusive leadership and youthful purpose. Maya Ketty Nanan, recipient of the GUBA Commonwealth Black Star Award for Inclusive Youth Leadership.
Inclusive and Empowering Youth Leadership Award in the GUBA Commonwealth Black Star category. Congratulations.
Hi everyone, I am Maya, and I just want
to say thank you so much to the GUBA Awards and to Lady Dental. I just want to say thank you to my mom who's here with me tonight and to my brother Al who's at home and to all the youths who continue to inspire me every single day. This award is not just for me, it's for all the kids on the autism spectrum and by extension everyone in Trinidad and Tobago who has a family or a sibling member on the autism spectrum. This is for them. I stand here and I represent them and all the youths at home tonight. Thank you.
Congratulations, Maya. Ladies and gentlemen, our next award in this category is a GUBA Black Star African Trailblazer in Academic and Public Service Award.
The GUBA Black Star African Trailblazer in Academic and Public Service Award recognizes an individual of African heritage for exceptional leadership, innovation, and sustained contribution in academia and/or public service. We are honored to present the GUBA Black Star African Trailblazer in Academic and Public Service Award to Miss Beyonce Philomena Gawanas.
From the courtrooms of Nami stage of the United Nations, Beyonce Philomena Gawanas has dedicated her life to justice, equality, and service. As Namibia's first ombudswoman, she fought for human rights and accountability. At the African Union, she championed social affairs, maternal health, and gender equality across the continent. As Special Advisor on Africa to the United Nations, she brought Africa's voice to the world, shaping policies of peace, development, and inclusion. Beyond her leadership, she has inspired generations through academia, advocacy, and her unwavering commitment to women's rights and social justice. Now, as Chancellor of the University of Warwick, her journey continues to empower the next generation of leaders. Tonight, we honor a true trailblazer whose legacy transcends borders. Ladies and gentlemen, we celebrate Beyonce Philomena Gawanas, recipient of the GUBA African Trailblazer in Academic and Public Service Award.
Philomena Gawanas.
I am indeed the African narrative. Because for years, growing up under apartheid, I was told that as a black child, my intelligence was much lower than that of a white child, and that I would never become a lawyer. Today, I stand before you as a barrister, and I am an advocate of the Namibian High Court. I went as a refugee to study at the University of Warwick. And today, I have become the Chancellor of the University of Warwick. Thank you for this award that I honestly want to dedicate to all those women on whose shoulders I'm standing today. Because in Africa, we say Ubuntu. I am because you are.
Congratulations, Ms. Gawanas. I am because you are. Ladies and gentlemen, our next award is the GUBA Black Star Climate Impact Innovator Award. Please welcome Michelle Loban Clark and Nanama McBrown.
The GUBA Black Star Climate Impact Innovation Award honors individuals, teams, and organizations whose cutting-edge innovation, leadership, and measurable contribution to the advanced climate action, resilience, and sustainability, particularly within Africa and the diaspora communities.
It is an honor to present the GUBA Black Star Climate Impact Award to Charlotte Magai.
From the heart of Mukuru in Nairobi, where challenges seemed insurmountable, rose a woman of resilience and vision, Charlotte Magai, orphaned at 10 a mother at 16, and later a fighter against one of the deadliest household killers, toxic smoke. When tragedy struck her own family, Charlotte turned her pain into purpose, founding Mukuru Clean Stoves, a life-saving innovation now transforming over 2.5 million lives across Kenya and beyond. Her work has won the world's recognition, from the UN Women SDGs and her award to the Global Citizen Prize and the prestigious Earthshot Prize, where Prince William hailed her as the Queen of Africa. Charlotte's vision is bold, a world where no child suffers from preventable household pollution, where women lead change, and where innovation restores dignity to the most vulnerable. Tonight at the GUBA Awards in Barbados, we proudly honor Charlotte Magai with the GUBA Black Star Climate Impact Innovator Award for her courage, her brilliance, and her unstoppable drive to light up Africa's future cleanly and powerfully.
Please warmly welcome Charlotte Magai.
Thank you so much, Lady Denter. Thank you to the GUBA Awards. Thank you to my gorgeous friend, Anita Erskine. This award is heavy, but a dedication to my daughter. My name is Charlotte Magai. I come from a place called Mukuru. I named my company after it because I wanted to always remember that the journey I had been on was really tough, but also profoundly beautiful. To be honored here today by people who I consider some of the most powerful African people is something I don't take lightly. Thank you, everyone.
Our fourth award is the GUBA Black Star Impact in Visual Arts Award, presented by Adeshegun Adesion Jr. and Nanama Anderson.
GUBA Black Star Impact in Visual Arts Award honors an individual of African heritage whose creative practice, vision, and sustained influence have transformed the field, raised the profile of African creative talent, and created a legacy of inspiration.
It is an honor to present the GUBA Black Star Impact in Visual Arts Award to Ibrahim Mahama.
One man has redefined the canvas of Africa. Ibrahim Mahama transforms the ordinary, jute sacks, wood, and metal into extraordinary monuments of meaning. His art tells the untold stories of labor, trade, and human connection, stitching together the past and future of a continent. From draping buildings across continents to breathing new life into abandoned silos through Savannah Center for Contemporary Arts, Red Clay, and Nkrumah Volin, he is not only creating art, he is building legacy, nurturing young minds, and reshaping Ghana's creative horizon. With exhibitions spanning New York, London, Milan, and Amsterdam, and honors from the Prince Claus Award to the Sam Gilliam Award, Ibrahim's impact is both local and global. His vision, timeless. Tonight, we honor a man who turns history into hope and materials into meaning. Ibrahim Mahama, recipient of the GUBA Impact in Visual Arts Black Star Award.
Please welcome Ibrahim Mahama.
I've spent about 18 years of my life in Kumasi at the Kwame Nkrumah University. I did my undergrad, my master's, and my PhD there. He's the chancellor of our university in Kumasi, and he's been very gracious. He's really given us a really good sense of courage in order to be able to do what we do. Most of the work that I do, it all came from Kumasi, because I'm born in Tamale, but I always say that it's in Kumasi that I found my soul. And I think that that soul can also be traced back to the soul of the Golden Stool. Thank you very much, and I hope that we can do more together.
Ladies and gentlemen, the next award in this category is the GUBA Black Star Exceptional Leadership Award. Now, this award recognizes an individual of African heritage who has demonstrated outstanding leadership, vision, and impact within their field or community. Tonight, I am privileged to present the GUBA Black Star Exceptional Leadership Award to Claire Akamanzi.
From the heart of Rwanda to the global stage, Claire Akamanzi has redefined what visionary leadership looks like in Africa. A trailblazer in international trade, business, and public service, Claire has led with courage, intellect, and an unshakable belief in Africa's potential. As CEO of the Rwanda Development Board, she transformed Rwanda into one of the continent's most admired investment destinations, forging global partnerships with giants like Arsenal FC, Paris Saint-Germain, and Time Magazine. Today, as CEO of NBA Africa, Claire continues to champion the continent's rise, blending sport, commerce, and opportunity to inspire the next generation. A Harvard alumna, a Forbes recognized powerhouse, and the global voice for progress, Claire Akamanzi embodies purpose-driven leadership that uplifts a nation and inspires a continent. Tonight, we proudly honor Claire Akamanzi with the GUBA Black Star Award for exceptional leadership, celebrating a woman whose vision continues to elevate Africa's story on the world stage.
This award recognizes an individual of African heritage who has demonstrated exceptional leadership and innovation in global governance. Tonight, it is our privilege to present the GUBA Black Star Transformational Global Governance Award to Her Excellency Maria Fernanda Espinosa.
I am truly honored to receive the GUBA Black Star Award for Transformational Global Governance. My sincere thank you to Lady Denta Amoantak and the entire GUBA enterprise team, not only for this recognition, which humbles me, but for the vital, generative work you do every day to grow, unite, and build Africa. This brings me to this year's theme, reclaiming our Atlantic destiny. For too long, our shared destiny was viewed through a fractured lens. Yet, the connections between Africa and regions like the Caribbean and Latin America are historic, structural, and foundational. These connections are demographic, cultural, and economic. And Afreximbank's $180 million African Trade Center in Bridgetown shows that this is not only ambition, it is implementation, it is action. My own work has been dedicated to multilateralism, and I view this event as multilateralism in action, not only between states, but also between peoples. Choosing proactive cooperation to build resilience rather than waiting to react to crisis is the best investment. Is the only path to building and maintaining peace. And peace, as we know, is the non-negotiable foundation for all shared goals. Thank you again to GUBA for this platform of excellence. This award is a catalyst. It reinforces our shared responsibility to strengthen the bridges between Africa, the Caribbean, and Latin America, and to work collectively for a more resilient and peaceful world. I thank you.
Thank you very much, and congratulations to you. Ladies and gentlemen, as we migrate to the next batch of awards, we will go through the channel of powerful, soulful music. Allow me to bring onto the stage Philadelphia's finest. Please warmly welcome Kefia Rollerson.
It will always be like this. The Lord will perfect that concerning me, yeah. Oh, sooner or later, it will turn in my favor, hey. Turn in my favor, yeah. Turn in my favor, yeah. flow. Hey, how much more? Hey, listen, if he watches over, oh, every sparrow, how much more does he love you? How much more does he love you? If he dresses the lily with beauty and splendor, how much more will he clothe you? How much more will he clothe you? If he watches over every sparrow, how much more will he love you? How much more will he love you? How much more will he love you? How much more will he love you?
Force driving Ghana's next wave of growth. Through Quick Angels, we invest in vision. Through Bill's microcredit, we empower the hardworking. Through the RNAQ Foundation, we give back, creating impact that lasts. Together, we've turned local dreams into thriving national brands. RNAQ Holdings, building wealth with purpose.
The first in the set is the GUBA Vanguard Award Economic Leadership. Please welcome our presenters, Mr. Stefan Miezan and Dr. Richard Nixon.
The GUBA Vanguard Award Economic Leadership honors a distinguished individual whose exemplary leadership in business, finance, or economic development has significantly advanced economic opportunity, innovation, investment, or enterprise growth, particularly within Africa and its global diaspora.
I am honored to present the GUBA Vanguard Award for Economic Leadership to Dr. Kevin Greenidge.
Every nation journey towards progress, there are those whose vision steadies the course and whose wisdom shapes the future. Dr. Kevin Greenidge is one such leader. A proud son of Barbados, Dr. Greenidge has spent decades building economic resilience and inspiring transformation across the Caribbean. With a PhD from the University of Nottingham and distinguished degrees from Cambridge and the University of West Indies, his academic excellence mirrors his professional impact. From advising the Prime Minister of Barbados to steering the nation's central bank as governor, Dr. Greenidge has been at the forefront of economic reform, crafting the Barbados Economic Recovery and Transformation Program and leading critical negotiations with the IMF that secured the nation's financial stability. A strategist, a reformer, and a true vanguard of economic leadership, his work continues to influence policy and empower generations. Tonight, we honor his legacy of service and excellence with the GUBA Vanguard Award for Economic Leadership.
It's really an honor to receive this award, but the truth is that this is really a team effort. In fact, I would say this is Team Barbados Award. Many persons who have contributed to my journey, from the Economic Barbados Economic team, back down to my childhood family, school teachers, friends, etc. So this is an award for all those who have allowed me to stand on shoulders and guide me to where I am today. God bless you, and thank you very much.
We move to our second award in this category, which is the GUBA Black Star Legal Trailblazer Award. Presenting this award is Cheryl Williams and Carol Robert.
Ladies and gentlemen, the GUBA Black Star Legal Trailblazer Award honors an individual of African heritage who has broken new ground in the legal profession, policy making, or access to justice. Tonight, it is a privilege to present the GUBA Black Star Legal Trailblazer Award to the Honorable Michelle Greer.
Vision built on precedent. Michelle A. Greer is making history. For the first time in 250 years, the Orphans Court for Baltimore County has an African-American woman on its bench. A testament to Michelle's courage, brilliance, and relentless pursuit of justice. With over 3 decades in the legal field as a seasoned attorney, mediator, and community advocate, Michelle Greer has dedicated her life to service, from the courtroom to the classroom. From empowering women in crisis to mentoring the next generation of legal minds. Her voice has echoed across airwaves, boardrooms, and communities, always championing equity, empowerment, and transformation. A fellow of the Baltimore Bar Foundation, a distinguished lawyer of distinction, and a trailblazer for representation, Michelle Greer stands as living proof that when determination meets purpose, barriers fall and legacies rise. Tonight, we honor Judge Michelle A. Greer, recipient of the GUBA Legal Trailblazer Black Star Award, for illuminating the path of justice with integrity, wisdom, and grace.
I prayed about what I would share today, and I find it prudent to share what my experience was before I came to the bench. Just a few weeks before I accepted my appointment, I came across my own records of my family's history as a child of the diaspora. My family having been taken from the continent of Africa, from Angola, the Congo, and Ghana, and through the Caribbean. And I also came across records releasing my family from slavery by the same court that I was appointed to after 250 years. While I stand here, I want to honor all of our ancestors. Lady Denta, the GUBA enterprise, all of the supporters, all of the incredible impactors in the room in each and every one of your own rights. I thank you.
Our next award, ladies and gentlemen, is the GUBA Black Star Outstanding Business Leader Award, which recognizes an individual of African heritage who has demonstrated exceptional leadership, innovation, and impact in the business sector. It is an honor to present the GUBA Black Star Outstanding Business Leader Award to Dr. Ernest Ofori-Sapong.
From humble beginnings to boardrooms of influence, Dr. Ernest Ofori-Sapong stands as a shining example of what vision, discipline, and integrity can build. A proud Preseka luminous and chartered accountant, he transformed bold ideas into thriving enterprises. From special investments and specialized to Best Point Savings and Loans, real estate, U2 Salt, United Television, now Ghana's leading TV station. His business empire fuels industries, creates jobs, and uplifts communities, embodying leadership that inspires a generation of African entrepreneurs. Decorated by the United Nations and honored across continents, Dr. Ofori-Sapong continues to redefine excellence with the heart of humanity. Tonight, we celebrate a man whose legacy echoes in boardrooms, classrooms, and communities across Ghana and beyond. Dr. Ernest Ofori-Sapong, recipient of the GUBA Black Star Award for Outstanding Business Leadership.
Congratulations to you, Dr. Sapong. Ladies and gentlemen, we migrate to our next award, which is the GUBA Black Star Global Economic Leadership Award. Our guest presenters are Liz Agbo-Tabi from Global Citizen and Mr. OK. Please welcome Liz Agbo-Tabi and Mr. OK.
The GUBA Black Star Global Economic Leadership Award recognizes an individual of African heritage whose visionary leadership, global scale influence, and exceptional economic achievement have reshaped markets, investment flows, or enterprise growth across Africa and its diaspora.
It is an honor to present the GUBA Black Star Global Economic Leadership Award to Honorable Rita Jo Lewis.
In a world where borders blur and economies intertwine, few leaders have shaped global trade and diplomacy with as much grace, vision, and impact as the Honorable Rita Jo Lewis. A trailblazer in every sense, she made history as the first African American and the only second woman to lead the export-import of the United States, steering over $135 billion in financing authority and expanding America's economic footprint to 177 countries. Under her leadership, Africa's trade engagement soared from $109 million to over $3.6 billion in just 2 years, empowering industries, creating jobs, and building bridges between continents. From the White House to the State Department, from the U.S. Chamber of Commerce to the World Economic Forum, her 30-year journey reflects a lifelong commitment to inclusive growth, strategic diplomacy, and global prosperity. Tonight, we honor a woman whose leadership transcends nations and generations. The GUBA Global Economic Leadership Black Star Award goes to the Honorable Rita Jo Lewis, a visionary shaping the world economy through purpose, partnership, and progress.
An individual like myself who integrated my high school when I was 13 years old, I'm glad to be able to be here, not for the work that I've done, but for those who have come before me. I appreciate my sister being here to celebrate with me. And I will tell you, when you see $135 billion on that screen, and know that the work that we did in 3 years was to put $22 billion in financing throughout the world, and over $5 billion in Africa, and several hundred million right here in the Caribbean. When you step into the halls of a place like that, after 90 years of being the first African American woman, and only the second woman in 90 years, you know you have to be humbled and grateful to be able to stand here with you all tonight and to accept this award, not for me, but for the work that we all have to do and that lies ahead of us. Thank you very much.
Thank you and congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, the next award is the GUBA Black Star Exceptional Woman in Leadership. Now, this award celebrates an African or diasporan woman whose vision, courage, and impact have distinguished her as a transformative leader in her field. I am privileged to present the GUBA Black Star Exceptional Woman in Leadership Award to Miss Karen Blackett.
In a world where leadership demands both courage and compassion, one woman has redefined what it means to lead with purpose and power. Karen Blackett, CBE, a visionary trailblazer whose 30-year journey has transformed the face of global business and the creative industry. As former UK president of WPP, she led 13,000 people and steered $2 billion in revenue, driving growth across continents from Europe to Africa. A champion of diversity and inclusion, Karen co-founded the Black Equity Organization, a movement born to dismantle systematic racism and build a fairer Britain. From boardrooms at Diageo and the Foreign and Commonwealth Office to her role as Chancellor of the University of Portsmouth, Karen's leadership continues to inspire a generation of women to rise, lead, and leave a legacy. Tonight, we honor a force of transformation, a woman of influence, integrity, and impact. Karen Blackett, CBE, recipient of the GUBA Exceptional Woman in Leadership Award.
African heritage, who has demonstrated extraordinary leadership and impact in promoting civil rights, social justice, and equality on a global scale. It is an honor to present the GUBA Black Star Global Impact Civil Rights Award to Mr. Derek Johnson.
From the heart of Detroit to the soul of Mississippi, one man's voice has become a beacon for justice, equality, and empowerment. Derek Johnson, President and CEO of the NAACP, has dedicated his life to advancing the cause of civil rights, leading with courage, conviction, and vision. Through decades of service, from the classrooms of Tougaloo College to the halls of Harvard and MIT, he has shaped minds, built movements, and redefined leadership for a new generation. When Hurricane Katrina struck, he didn't wait for change, he created it. Founding One Voice International, he trained and raised new community leaders to rebuild, restore, and rise again. A strategist, an educator, a fighter for equity, Derek Johnson stands as a living symbol of resilience and progress. Tonight, we celebrate his unwavering commitment to justice with the GUBA Global Impact Award for Civil Rights and Leadership. Because when one man stands for justice, he lifts a generation.
I'm Derek Johnson, President and CEO of the NAACP. It is truly my honor to receive the GUBA Black Star Gold Impact Civil Rights Award at the 2025 GUBA Awards. And I hope you are enjoying beautiful Barbados. I regret I'm unable to be with you in person, but please know I am deeply grateful to my friend, Lady Denta, the GUBA team, the government and people of Barbados, and every partner who is helping build this bridge between Africa, the Caribbean, and the global diaspora. For over 115 years, the NAACP has fought to secure political, educational, social, and economic justice for our people. That mission is global because human rights without economic rights is unfinished work. Our freedom must include the right to build, to invest, and to own. We are entering a new chapter of Black possibility, a chapter where we no longer define ourselves by struggle, but by strategy, by partnership, by shared prosperity across the diaspora. So my challenge to all of us tonight is simple. Invest, include, inspire. Invest in Black businesses across borders. Include our young people in every decision-making table. And inspire a new generation to build institutions that outlives us all. Thank you to my fellow honorees. Congratulations on the impact you are making. And thank you, GUBA, for reminding the world that the African diaspora is not just a community. We are an economy, a culture, and a global force. I accept this award with gratitude and with commitment to continue the work because together is how we will win.
We will win. Now, this award will be presented tonight by Yvonne Aba-Opoku and Honorable Dickon Mitchell. Please warmly welcome our presenters.
Your Excellency, the President of Barbados, Your Majesty Otumfuo Osei Tutu II, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, esteemed members of the Ghanaian and Barbadian delegations, ladies and gentlemen. It is a great honor for Milvest to serve as the main sponsor of this year's GUBA Awards. Although the chairman of Milvest, Mr. Turan Milden, could not be here in person today due to travel commitments, he sends his warm regards and his deep appreciation to all gathered here this evening to celebrate excellence, resilience, and the enduring connection between Africa and the Caribbean. Milvest's sponsorship of this evening goes beyond our commitment to partnership. It represents a bridge between continents. By chartering the aircraft that brought our Ghanaian delegation to Barbados, we wished to make it possible, both symbolically and practically for our people to connect directly across the Atlantic. Today, there are no commercial flights linking Africa and the Caribbean, yet our shared history, culture, and aspirations calls for stronger ties. Through this initiative, we wanted to demonstrate that such a connection is not only possible, but it is within reach. As Milvest continues to expand its footprint, we are committed to investing in the most strategic assets of Barbados to promote the economic development of the island with the aim of facilitating deeper economic and cultural connectivity between Africa and the Caribbean. We believe that by working with partners, both across regions, we can help establish a lasting air bridge that promotes trade, tourism, and shared prosperity. This flight is more than a journey. It is a statement of intent. It shows what can be achieved when vision meets collaboration. On behalf of Milvest, we extend heartfelt congratulations to all the GUBA Award honorees. You embody the spirit of partnership and progress that unites Africa and the Caribbean. Thank you, and may this evening mark another step towards a shared and connected future.
Your Excellency, Your Majesty, honorees, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, my co-presenter and I are happy to present the GUBA Black Star Economic Empowerment Award. Recognizes an individual or entity for the demonstrated economic impact, whether it be business growth, job creation, and investment flows with Africa or between Africa and its diaspora. I'm honored, along with my co-presenter, to present the GUBA Black Star Economic Empowerment Award to none other than John Hope Bryant.
From the streets of Crimpton to the corridors of power in Washington, John Hope Bryant has redefined what it means to build wealth, not just for oneself, but for entire communities. A global authority on financial literacy and inclusive capitalism, he has spent decades ensuring that opportunity is not a privilege, but a right. Through Operation Hope, the largest non-profit provider of financial literacy in America, John has empowered millions to own their future.
Hello, I'm T.D. Jakes, and I want to greet all of my brothers and sisters who have gathered there in the beautiful land of Barbados for a special cause, for a special man, at a special time in the history of the world. It is my understanding that we are honoring John Hope Bryant for his extensive labor that is congruent with your principles of grow, unite, and build Africa enterprise.
Tonight, we honor him with the GUBA Black Star Economic Empowerment Award for transforming systems, building futures, and proving that doing well and doing good can be one and the same.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome John Hope Bryant.
Lady Denta and the entire organization, on behalf of my wife, Shatra, and I, and my friend, Bishop T.D. Jakes, that was a nice surprise. I've traveled from Compton, California, one of the poorest zip codes in America, to over 100 countries. I've been to half of African countries, more than 25. I've had offices pre-pandemic in 6 African countries. In 33 years of doing this, in just under $5 billion invested in our communities for home ownership and small business, et cetera. All of these awards that the organization has been honored to receive. It hit me sitting there. I've never received an award that brought me back home to Africa. So thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome True Face by Grace.
came with the spirits of Sonnyata. I can never be afraid. I came with the energy of Shaka. You go think say I crazy. I came as the child of my father. I give thanks and praise. And I came with the spiritual alarm. May the anointing spray. Now what you do, my sonto, my sonto, my sonto. Now watch me do my sonto, my sonto, my sonto. Now watch me do my sonto, my sonto, my sonto. Now watch me do my sonto, my sonto. We walk over the haters. Now what you do, my should I do me why? How did you? Cause she spend my money, oh. Oh, am I gonna tell my mommy, oh? And the tree, let's go. I should've listened. 1, 2, 3, let's go. Go, she just controlling my bro. She done do me like go. I done get me some shit, oh bro. She done do me like go. She done shoot my mind, go. She done do me like. Cause every day she's switching my mind, oh. She wanna chop my pee the wall on the square. I mean, did you really care? What's yours to keep it on really share? I see how you moving there. You better just stay in line. All I wanna do is just make you mine. You make my heart beat like play your ground. And now you wanna leave and say goodbye. Africa. You know, say you drive me crazy. Tonight. I don't wanna see no daylight now. Me don't wanna see no daylight now. Everything is too okay right now. Don't want to go ho, to go ho, to go ho, to go ho. I don't want to go ho.
Please allow me to bring to the stage the presenters for this category, Ricky Blay and Kayanne Greenidge.
The GUBA Black Star Diaspora Leadership Award honors an individual of African heritage in the global diaspora whose distinguished leadership, commitment, and influence have significantly advanced the interests, well-being, or connectivity of African and/or diaspora communities.
I am honored to present the GUBA Black Star Award, Diaspora Leadership Award to Dorothea Hodge.
Influence is power. Dorothea Hodge uses hers to shape nations, strengthen reputations, and tell stories that move the world. As Chief Executive Officer of Equitas Global, she stands at the crossroads of politics, diplomacy, and purpose, guiding leaders and global brands through the storms of crisis and the art of communication. From advising Prime Minister Tony Blair and Baroness Valerie Amos to working with institutions like the OECD, African Development Bank, and World Health Organization, Dorothea has built a legacy defined by integrity, impact, and innovation. Today, as she expands Equitas across Africa and the Caribbean, she continues to champion local talent and global influence, proving that true leadership is not about visibility but vision. For her unwavering commitment to bridging worlds through strategy, truth, and excellence, GUBA proudly presents the Diaspora Leadership Black Star Award to Dorothea Hodge.
Protocols, Your Majesty, an honor to be here with you present, the President and distinguished guests. It is a real honor to be awarded this. Lady Denta and GUBA team, thank you. And thanks must go to the God above. It is such an honor to have been able to tell the stories of the African diaspora, whether that has been raising 100 million over the space of a week for one of the recent hurricanes in the Caribbean, or whether that has been working with President Macron and Angelique Kidjo to raise 2 billion for African women's enterprise. It has been an honor to constantly tell the story of the African diaspora around the world and to raise their voices.
And we will continue to do that because the African diaspora story, it is the origin of all of us. It is the origin of the entire of humanity. We all come from Africa. So we must never stop telling our story, telling the world who we are and how we are. And this is our time. 1 in 4 of the world's population will be African. And that doesn't include the diaspora. So we lead on culture, we lead on ideas, but the global story is ours. So I urge you all, be part of the new vision for the world. Go out and tell the story together. God bless you all. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next award is the GUBA Black Star Global Citizenship Icon Award, which recognizes an individual who has demonstrated extraordinary commitment to global citizenship, fostering cross-cultural collaboration, acting as a bridge between communities, advocating for policies that uplift marginalized voices. It is an honor to present the GUBA Black Star Global Citizenship Icon Award to Sir Richard Branson.
From a young dreamer with dyslexia to one of the world's most visionary entrepreneurs, Sir Richard Branson turned challenges into fuel for greatness. At just 16, he launched Students Magazine, giving voice to a generation. That bold beginning sparked the creation of Virgin, a name that would grow from a small record shop into a global empire of over 400 companies spanning music, aviation, media, and even the stars beyond. But beyond business, his heart beats for humanity. Through the elders and countless philanthropic ventures, Sir Richard has championed peace, sustainability, and global unity. His fearless adventures across oceans and skies remind us that limits exist only to be reimagined. A knight of innovation, a pioneer of purpose, a true citizen of the world. Tonight, we honor Sir Richard Branson, recipient of the GUBA Global Citizenship Icon Award, for inspiring generations to dream boldly and serve humanity without borders.
Everybody, and I'm truly humbled and I'm truly honored to receive the Global Citizenship Icon Award from GUBA. Although I can't be with you in beautiful Barbados tonight, my heart is there with you, celebrating this powerful and historic moment. Well, my sincere thanks to Lady Denter for her extraordinary leadership and unwavering vision, and to the entire GUBA team for their tireless commitment to strengthening the bridge between Africa and the Caribbean. What you've created is not just an event, it's a movement that connects continents, celebrates culture, and inspires collaboration. And this evening holds such deep symbolism. 400 years after Captain John Powell claimed Barbados for England, we're rewriting that history, choosing unity over division, connection over conquest, and shared prosperity over isolation. And together, we're building a new legacy, one rooted in purpose, equality, and hope. As someone who has always believed in the power of connection, I want to encourage entrepreneurs and investors to make connections between Africa and the Caribbean. When people are connected, we unlock potential. When communities are united, we change the world. To the young people across Africa and the Caribbean, dream boldly, work together, and believe that collaboration is the true passport to progress. You are the bridge builders of a brighter future. Congratulations to all the honorees and to everyone helping to make this vision a reality. And thank you again for this incredible honor and for reminding us that our shared destiny is not separated by oceans, but bound together by purpose and possibility. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now move to the GUBA Black Star Transformational Impact in Medicine Award. To present this award, please welcome Paulette Jones and Ambassador Juliet Sutherland.
I am Paulette Jones. I head the advertising department at the Nation Group of Companies. It is indeed an honor to be here this evening to share with Juliet and present this incredible award. You know, I couldn't help but reflect on the fact that all evening I heard talk about connections and storytelling, And as the nation is about to celebrate its 52nd anniversary, being here this evening and being part of the GUBA Awards was very easy for us to do.
I'm Juliet Bino Sutherland, High Commissioner of Barbados to Ghana, Ambassador of Barbados to Liberia, High Commissioner Designate of Barbados to Nigeria, and partner of GUBA in this evening's activities. The GUBA Black Star Transformational Impact on Medicine Award recognizes an individual whose exceptional leadership, innovation, and sustained contribution have fundamentally transformed healthcare delivery, medical research, public health, or medical education, especially within Africa or the diaspora. We are particularly honored to present the GUBA Black Star Transformational Impact of Medicine Award to Dr. Velma Scantlebury.
Barbados to the operating rooms of America, Dr. Patricia Velma Scantlebury has carved her name into the pages of medical history. A pioneer, a healer, and a visionary, she broke barriers as the first black woman transplant surgeon in the United States, performing over 2,000 life-saving surgeries and transforming countless lives with her skill and compassion. Her journey from Harlem Hospital to the University of Pittsburgh and later as Director of Kidney Transplant Programs across America has been one of purpose, excellence, and trailblazing leadership. Recognized among America's best and top doctors, honored with the National Kidney Foundation's Gift of Life Award, and celebrated in her homeland of Barbados with the Order of the Gold Crown of Merit, Dr. Scantlebury's impact continues to inspire generations. Tonight, we salute a woman whose legacy transcends medicine, a true daughter of the Caribbean, whose hands have given hope and whose heart has given life. Dr. Patricia Velma Scantlebury, recipient of the GUBA Black Star Award for Transformational Impact in Medicine.
Congratulations to you. Ladies and gentlemen, please, a warm welcome. Congratulations.
This is truly an inspiration for me, having been born here in Barbados, where my roots are, where I was grounded, given all that passion and desire. And I have to say that it's not just a story about my journey, but it's also a reflection of the power of purpose, the power of determination. Because when I was told that I couldn't be a surgeon, I didn't have the hands of a surgeon, or I didn't have what it took to be a surgeon, it was that determination that kept me going. And I'm glad for the community of support of my parents, and thank you for my husband being here, and for all those who inspired me. When I think about transformation, it's really about reaching back, encouraging others along the way, helping them as we climb. And I'm so grateful for those who have gone before me, who have opened up paths, who have made it possible for me to become the first black female transplant surgeon in the United States. And from Barbados. And I usually say that where I was born in Goodland Road, which is right off of Westbury Road, if you don't know where that is, it's right off of where Rihanna's house is located. So I thank you all for the GUBA Foundation for recognizing my work, and for all of you, and for my fellow nominees, congratulations to everyone. Thank you so much.
Congratulations, Dr. Velma Scantlebury. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we have the GUBA Black Star Lifetime Impact Award. It gives me great pleasure, and it is an honor to ask Her Excellency, the President, to do us the honors of presenting this award. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Her Excellency, Dame Sandra Mason, President of Barbados.
The GUBA Black Star Lifetime Impact Award recognizes an individual whose career-long achievements have had profound sustained, and legacy-defining impact on African and/or diaspora communities. I am privileged to present the GUBA Black Star Lifetime Impact Award to Reverend Amos Brown.
For justice and truth, one voice has never wavered, the voice of Dr. Amos C. Brown, a legend among leaders. He was one of the only 8 students personally taught by Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. at Morehouse College, a connection that forever shaped his mission to marry faith with fearless action. For nearly 50 years as pastor of Third Baptist Church in San Francisco, Dr. Brown has been a moral compass, guiding communities, uplifting the oppressed, and turning compassion into impact. From civil rights marches to world conferences, from the pulpits of America to the streets of South Africa, he has stood shoulder to shoulder with presidents, global icons, and everyday people, always championing equality, education, and human dignity. His life's work is not just ministry, it is movement. His message, not just words, but a lifelong call to justice. Tonight, we honor a titan of conscience and conviction, Dr. Amos C. Brown, recipient of the GUBA Lifetime Impact Black Star Award.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Amos Brown, the recipient of the GUBA Black Star Lifetime Impact Award.
You who are gathered as dignitaries in this incredible enterprise, that we owe this incredible session to Lady Dinter, who in my estimation has been able to bring us together and give concrete expression to the dream of many of our ancestors. I tell you, my friends, that Lady Dinter showed us how to tangibilitate Pan-Africanism that was in the mind of one W.B. Du Bois, Henry Williams from Trinidad, and Marcus Garvey from Jamaica. She's given tangible expression to how we can pool our resources and indeed realize, as the old African proverb says, if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go together. We are together here tonight, and I implore and appeal to you to stay together, to let no one put a wedge between this familyhood of all of us sons and daughters of the diaspora. We got to stay together, for who knows but that the sons and daughters of Africa will be able to save Western civilization and bring it to its senses. My brothers and sisters, since we left Mother Africa from the Rift Valley as humankind, we have lost our manners in the Western world. And the United States of America is on the verge, on the brink of losing its role as a free democratic society of the world. We need Dinter, and we need to stay together as GUBA, servants of the Most High God, so that the day will come when no more will we have to apologize for what we have done as human beings. I give an apology for our humanity, but we'll be able to say, I'm black and I'm proud. I'm brown and I'm sound. I'm yellow and I'm mellow. I'm white bread and I ain't dead. I'm white and I'm all right. I'm a woman and I'm wise. I'm an immigrant and I'm industrious. I'm gay, but I'm godly. Thanks be to God. And I'm straight, but I'm sensible. God bless you. Keep GUBA together.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, without the voice of the individual coming onto the stage, we would not have been able to understand the power of our unity. By leading, grow, unite, and build Africa, her message is simple. We have the power. And so it gives me great pleasure, and with the power invested in me on the stage, to bring to you the CEO of GUBA Enterprise and the founder of GUBA Awards. Ladies and gentlemen, give a true, powerful welcome to Lady Denta Amwanting MBE.
Since His Majesty is here, I needed to dress as a Queen Mother. And so, Your Majesty, thank you so much for honoring our invitation to come into Barbados in this historic time. 400 years since the British came to Barbados. 400 years later, the Ashanti King comes to Barbados. We made sure that we chartered a flight that brought Africans, your brothers and sisters, back to Barbados. Representation is not luxury, it is a responsibility. Because when voices are missing from the table, decisions are made without understanding. Policies are shaped without context, and opportunities are distributed without equality. Representation ensures that our perspectives, our cultures, our contributions, and our challenges are seen and valued. It ensures that the system evolves to reflect the full spectrum of humility. When our people are present in these rooms, the narrative shifts. And when the narrative shifts, justice, inclusion, and progress become possible. Everybody that you have seen today that have been awarded represents us, the excellence that we have within us. And I'm so thrilled that today we're here doing GUBA in Barbados. We've done it in Rwanda, we've done it in Ghana, we've done it in the UK, and now we are here in the Caribbean. We cannot talk about being Pan-Africanism if we don't include the Caribbean. And I remember when we did the first day at the conference, the Deputy Prime Minister said, Denta, it should be called Grow, Unite, Build Africa and the Caribbean. And that's exactly what we're doing. I want to say a big thank you to the people that have supported us. And I want to bring these women to actually come on stage, because without you, this event would not have happened. You see the women behind me? Yes, they're all women. Each and every one of them stood by me. I just want to say a big thank you. Thank you so much for your support, your hospitality, your guidance, the fights. The fights. Kay said to me, Denta, I've got 2 gray hairs. One's called Ricardo and one's called Denta. But honestly, thank you so much. It has been a pleasure. This connection that we have made is just the beginning. Yep. Africa and the Caribbean, we are one. We're going to bring that investment to the Caribbean, and the Caribbean will come to Africa to also invest. This chartered flight that we did is going to break that chain, and many more flights will be coming to the Caribbean. So thank you so much for everything that you have continued to do for us. Thank you. Thank you. I have some of my board members here that I must bring to the stage as well. Yvonne Abapoku, Kwame Anku, I have Peggy, our trustee, also here, Marcus Green. You know, there's been moments in this journey where we've cried tears, we've had laughter, but we're here. But we're here for a purpose, to unite one another, to know that there's a possibility of us working together again, renewing that relationship and building that people-to-people relationship. Once we learn about each other, we'll know how to work together. So thank you for those who flew in for the 3 days, the Trade and Investment Conference, the reception at the Prime Minister's residence, and now the GUBA Awards. We will be back. And I want to say a big thank you to the Grenada Prime Minister, who had an amazing conversation with him in Ethiopia with Wadamaya. And I think I've spoken to Ambassador Richard here. I think we'll be coming back to the Caribbean in 2027. Thank you so much to everybody who has contributed to GUBA. It's been a journey, and I have an amazing team that without them, GUBA wouldn't have happened. So to everyone on the stage here, I want to say a big thank you. We have faults, we have bickered, but we all know the mission that we're on, and so that's why we're here. So thank you so much for your hard work. To Dennis, I don't like to pick out people, but Dennis has been extraordinary, and I know that team agree, right? If you had to pick one person, who would it be? It would be Dennis. Dennis, thank you so much for the work that you've done. God bless you. I'm truly honored that we're going to be growing, uniting, building Africa and the Caribbean. God bless you all.